Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. Guys, Bitcoin's been going a little bit sideways over here lately, and XRP has been popping, Cardano has been popping, some other altcoins have been popping. There's a lot to talk about, why these things are popping and not popping towards the upside. So we're gonna, discuss a little bit about that. But the most important thing of today is the FOMC meeting, the rate, the interest rate decision that's going to come today. Whether that's going to be no interest rate hikes, 0.25 or 0.5. And right now, the way I see it, the consensus is around 0 to 25. So we're going to discuss a little bit, how that can play out. We won't be looking at the stock market or anything like that. So we're just going to do this, quick and dirty way. How the charts are looking, what we can expect on the FOMC meeting, what's gonna happen, and so forth, so forth. How's everybody doing in the chat? What's up? We know the date. Yeah, we know the date. Guys, the date is the 20th of April. Remember the date. That's the next date we know. We know the next date. Do not miss the date. So there is that. Dr. Karlov, good morning. Good morning. How you doing, man? XRP Legend, good morning, crypto family. Can we look at XRP today, please? I'm gonna do an XRP exclusive video after the Bitcoin Daily, because a lot of people want to know what's happening with XRP. So it's gonna be exclusive XRP video, maybe even a Cardano video. I'm gonna tell you what I think about that. So make sure to have notifications on and stuff like that. Also, if you are in TF Fans Club, of course, put the notifications up here on the latest videos. Put the notifications on to get all the latest videos, notifications for all the latest videos. So there is that. What's up, this afternoon? How you doing, man? Yo, Tiela, alts are popping off, definitely. Wishing everybody in the TLA crew a green and healthy start of the spring. Grow some of your own food this year. It's the most rewarding thing ever. Somebody's calling me. Oh, man. Just a second. I gotta take this. So I had to take that. So I gotta go in 40 minutes. In 40 minutes, so we're gonna do this quick and dirty way and see how far we get to that. Yeah, growing your own vegetables. You can do that during the summertime. But rest of the year is it's fish and meat, fish and meat, right? But if you wanna stay healthy, eat berries, guys. Berries are very, very nutritious and they are helping your health a tremendous amount. Every time I'm sick or I got some kind of problems, I eat berries, and for some reason I get well really, really fast. I don't know why is that. So I will eat any kind of berries, bearberries, strawberries, these small blue ones. I don't know what they're called, any kind of berries. Eat berries, you're gonna stay healthy, guys. Trust me on this one. Bitcoin, Pampu. I see Bitcoin 35 by this weekend. A little bit, unsure about that, but people are definitely looking at it towards upside. Stanko, dobro jutro. Yeah, on the dollar. What's up? What's up? Indeed, God. Feed the microbiome and the biodiversity around you, and you will be rewarded. Today is going to be very interesting. Yeah, today is very interesting. Robert, hey, how you doing, man? Round the earth. I dream of moons and hummers. Hummers? Let's see who more is there. Mlan is back in the chat. How you doing, man? What's up? I thought you were gonna take a little bit time off. That was like a half a day. Yesterday was the new moon. Is the new moon upon us? I forgot to look at that. Let's see up here. Do we have we got a full moon up here. Do we have yeah, we got a new moon right now on the charts. Unfortunately, we got a new moon, but this is not this is not the bad new moon. The bad new moon is coming on the 20th of April, guys. The 20th of April. We know the date. We know the date. What if it's 0%? Then everything dumps. I showed you the video from, you know, Bitcoin fund manager, you know, the scammer. And he actually might be a real scammer, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into that. But he had some interesting thoughts about, you know, and right now I've seen a lot of people, you know, also commenting that every time the pivot comes, that's when we actually dump, right? So you actually want bad news, because then, you know, the market continues going towards upside, right? When everybody thinks it's bad, the market goes up, and when everybody thinks it's good, the market turns around and goes down. I think XRP and others are just popping due to the crypto cycle. Bitcoin, large caps, smaller caps repeat. I think so as well, but you know, people will always find reasons for why something is popping and not popping. The judge sneezes the wrong way and XRP poppers go mad. Pick your mom off the station, we will wait. No, it's not my mom, it's something else, but you know. It's 40 minutes, so we got 37 more minutes left. And I gotta go, say, you know, around 30 minutes. Eat raw garlic, yeah, that also helps. Are we back in the bull then? We have been back in the bull since June. You know, people just don't understand that the accumulation phase is the first phase. Right now, we are in the second phase of the bull market. So, you know, there's that. You know, the markup phase, I eat berries. Also eat black fermented garlic. Black fermented garlic, I don't know about that, man. I eat fermented milk, you know, the cultured milk that's fermented, I think. Something like that, right? That's also good for your stomach. What's the quality of berries though? They are sprayed intensely. Probably. From the chat. Oh, okay, you took a break from the chat. It's fine. So we're back on the wagon. Soft skin berries. That was wifey. You got 40 minutes to be in the gym. Actually, we are not going to the gym today because kids didn't want to go to the kindergarten today, so she took them to swimming. So there will be no gym today. But there was gym the last 2 days, you know, it's gonna be next 2 days as well. Yeah, kefir probably. It's not kefir, it's yeah, maybe kefir is good, but you know, I drink this, you know, thing called cultured milk. And it's really good for it. Like every time I drink, if I have any kind of, you know, stomach problems, I'll drink cultured milk and just fix everything down there. I don't know how that works, but you know, it's good. So if you got stomach problems, drink cultured milk. If you're feeling you're getting sick, eat berries. If you have this, you know, brain fog, eat, you know, meat, a lot of red meat, and you'll be fine. Yeah, if you have brain fog, cut down the sugars and eat, you know, meat. A lot of juicy fat meat with a lot of cholesterol. Eat that. You know, don't care about what doctor says about, you know, cholesterol is bad for you. Just eat, man. It's good. Nice to have a rest day. Yeah. I got too many rest days. Okay, guys, we gone through the chat. We talked about, you know, nonsense. We gotta get things going. So of course, the Fed meeting 0%, 0.25 or 5%. 0.5 seems unlikely, although it can happen. 0.25 is on the table, and the consensus right now is that the interests are gonna be rise by 0.25. If we have some kind of zero interest, you know, rises in the interest rates, 0%, I'm a little bit unsure how market is gonna react. They'll probably find something that's both good or bad. So I don't think actually the interest rate is what people are actually waiting for. They are more waiting for the talk, the conference after the interest rates decision, to see what Powell is gonna say about the future of the interest rates, you know, how he sees the inflation coming down or up, how he sees the development of what he's gonna do next. So if he's, you know, he's optimistic and stuff like that, you know, I can definitely see, you know, markets rally towards the upside. So there is that, but it's definitely gonna be very, very interesting. I'm a little bit unsure when that's gonna be and whether I'm gonna be able to live stream that, but if I'm at home and I got time, I will definitely be live streaming. Though I do have to go to work today, so we'll see if I actually have time for live streaming. That said, as you can see up here on the chart, this is a 4-hourly daily chart of Bitcoin. Let's just remove all the lines up here and start with this line up here. And we said this is one of the most bullish things that can happen on any chart. When you have an uptrending trend line and you break that uptrending trend line towards the upside, that is the most bullish thing you can have on any kind of chart. So you got some kind of pattern up here, channel, rising wedge, whatever it might be. Once you break that towards the upside, it's one of the most bullish things you can have on the chart, any chart, especially big time frames. This is on the daily time frame. I think even on the weekly time frame you can actually say technically that we are breaking this towards upside, which is very, very nice. Technically on the over here we are actually having some kind of, you know, sideways line up here, sideways trend line that actually is not going that steeply towards upside, but this move just might create this, you know, uptrend line that, you know, at a later point in life, in our life, you know, we might, you know, break it eventually, right? So I don't know how high it's gonna go, you know, and then, you know, break that and, you know, explode, right? So that there will be another uptrending trend line, you know, at a later point that we'll be looking at. But right now is this daily time frame up here that is very, you know, very much the most important right now thing that we are looking for over here. So we had a, you know, we had a channel over here, we had a spring actually did the job, went up to the resistance, pulled back to the midline up here somewhere, and then broke this towards the upside. So we are technically very much bullish. The only thing we want to know right now is whether we're gonna pull back or not. Like we said the last 2 days, I'm expecting consolidation, I'm expecting pullback, but I have been thinking for the last, you know, for this last day about, you know, why am I so bearish on price of Bitcoin, and why do even though I can definitely see right now us pulling towards downside over here, because you can see here that the trends are actually breaking towards downside. The trend is losing momentum. Up here there's also some kind of line over here. You can see up here the trend is definitely losing momentum over here, and then there is this line over here, as you can see up here. And every time we are losing momentum towards the side, right? Every single time we have been losing momentum. And right now it's only a matter of time when this last line of support is gonna get broken right now. It goes something like this up here. But even this move down here, even when we got a bullish engulfing candle over here, just like over here, bullish engulfing candle, it still is looking like it wants to drop even below this line over here. Now this is the, once you have some kind of strong uptrend over here, you will see these losses in momentum. You will see these losses in momentum where you have a trend and you break the trend towards the downside and slowly start skirting towards the other side, right? And at one point there will come this, you know, very nice, very you know, almost horizontal, you know, it's not horizontal line, but it is a very nice line that is right now here at the top, where we are doing just this move up here. Once this breaks towards downside, you might have a bigger pullback towards downside. We already have seen weakness down here. This is the first weakness on this this trend over here. Weakness, try to get up, not fail that, then we create a new trend line over here, try to get back above that, fail that, right now going sideways up here. So we are having this this trend line over here. That's right now, it's very important, you know, to hold and not break towards the downside. Now, like I just said, lately I've been I've been saying that you know, this move up here is going into consolidation, and that we are reaching some kind of, you know, intermediate top up here, and this can drop towards the downside. But also lately, like the last day, I've been thinking like I need to stop thinking in a way, in a bearish way, because bearish ways, these things breaks towards downside, goes towards upside, and continues on the downside, right? But this is bearish way of thinking about things, right? When you have a strong trend, strong uptrend, you do have a pullbacks, guys. You do have pullbacks, but the price just kind of holds the supports and continues towards the upside, right? There is definitely right now supports over here just below us that have been created up here right now. This one and this one up here on the daily time frame, and before that we gotta go all the way down here. I think somewhere down here, give or take. These are daily support levels. And even if this trend over here, breaks towards downside, you can hold this level, you can go quickly down here to 24 something, come back up again. There is a lot of way how this can actually play out. And especially right now that FOMC meeting is coming, I'm a little bit, you know, on the sideways how this can actually play out, how much we're gonna pull back and stuff like that. But once we see the breakdown, if we see the breakdown, what we are looking for is the support holding. We are looking for some kind of moving averages up here. There is the 50 moving average that's gonna be all the way up here at this line over here, but it might be very nice. This is on the 4-hourly time frame. On the daily time frame, we got a 10 moving average that's coming towards us, right? So we might actually dump all the way to 10 moving average. The 20-50 moving average is very, very low down there, so it might go a couple of days towards downside over here, towards some kind of 24.8 or something like that at these kind of levels. But as long as we keep any of these supports, I think we're good. We also got, of course, the trend up here. Where is the trend up here? Something like this up here. So this trend line up here, this channel that we had before, we don't want to get back in the channel over here. And as you can see, if we lose this support over here, we are going back inside the channel. It doesn't have to be that bad, because you can just come right back outside of that channel, but you know, technically you do not want to get back inside the channel over here. That said, if we do have a, you know, meltdown over here towards the downside, I'm definitely looking at this level as, you know, one of the most important levels right now, around 26.9, 27, give or take. Depends on, you know, this 50 moving average, also where that 50 moving average is gonna be. It can also overshoot the 50 moving average, so you do something like this, you know, below, you know, and then right back up again and continue towards the upside. But I'm definitely looking right now that this can actually already, you know, fall down over here. After that, there will be come very important, you know, time where we need to get back above the trend and resume bullishness, but we are just not quite there yet. Here on the top up here, it might also be looking like some kind of, you know, channel towards upside up here, give or take, something like this over here. Give or take. I haven't been, you know, something like this up here, give or take, might be a channel over here somewhere. Let me do it like, you know, a different way. Maybe this is the channel right now. So we might be already be in the channel, right? So if we do break down outside of this channel, we are looking for some kind of supports over here, then back in the channel, and then, you know, above the channel. The big moves are gonna come once we are above, you know, above this upper resistance line up here. So you got a resistance line up here, and this is also a rising trend line. So if you want to see Bitcoin pump, you know, above 30k, and 30k is around over here. If you want to see a Bitcoin pump above 30k, it might go someplace towards downside, and then, you know, break this towards upside, explode, you know, above 30k. Because once you're outside of the channel up here, you know, it might just, you know, explode towards upside, because this is a rising trend line again towards upside. We are right now on the major support levels. This is 10 and 20 moving average on the 4 hourly. We are also on the bottom of this channel, or the trend line, however you want to look at that. This over here is definitely more, you know, long position than a short position, because even right now, if it goes towards downside, we are still in a bullish trend over here, overall bullish trend, and it should, you know, hold the support and bounce towards upside. So the longs up here have a lot, you know, a bigger success rate than actually the shorts, even though we pumped like 45-50% in the last, you know, week or plus or something like that, right? So that's at least what I'm looking at, you know, charts right now, and how I expect this to play out. But the FOMC meeting will definitely bring in the volatility. I'm a little bit unsure when. The volatility will actually kick in and the FOMC meeting will start. But you know, I think everybody's waiting for that. Right now. The DXY right now is still going down over here, but this doesn't look that bad. This retest, there is a trend line over here, goes something like this up here, give or take. Let me go to the small time frames and explain to you how this actually works. And I think you'll understand when I you know, turn it around. So there is this support line over here, give or take, something like this might be over here, might be a little bit up here. Maybe it's not this one. This one looks like it's a legit one. Might be one of these one, right? There is also this one up here, right? So oftentimes when you have some kind of uptrend, you break the support trend lines. You go and retest these support trend lines that are up here or up here, right? So this can definitely happen. We can retest something up here or something up there, and then continue in the other direction, right? Because if you see up here how this is gonna play out, so it goes down right now. Right now it's in pullback on the small time frames. Right now it's in a pullback, so there is definitely some kind of, I think its line goes something like this over here. So right now it's definitely some kind of pullback towards these you know, these support levels over here. And then once it hits support levels, if it breaks on downside, then it continues this trend towards downside over here. But if it bounces up here, then, you know, it just retests the trend and can continue towards upside again, right? So I would say, you know, short term up here I'm still bearish, but, you know, it needs to break important level of support before it actually continues towards the downside. If you look at it on the weekly time frame, yes, we are below the moving average and stuff like that, but, you know, we are this 50 moving average is going towards the upside while we are going towards the downside. So I'm thinking the price is a little bit hard time pushing right now towards the downside, but I still think it can go a little bit longer down before it actually does, you know, some kind of bottom over here, and then, you know, reverses towards the upside. So it's a little bit shaky right now. When it comes to, you know, stock market stuff like that, it looks like it's getting very nice bounces over here. as you can see, off of the support lines up here. This support line, getting nice bounces off of the support lines, right? This is the, you know, over here we got a Nasdaq came into these moving averages up here, right now bouncing above previous high, but right now hitting maybe the resistance up here. But the Dow Jones up here bouncing over here, S&P 500 bouncing off of the support line. So everything is bouncing off the support line, while the DXY is looking a little bit, you know, a little bit bearish on the bearish side, and Bitcoin has been, you know, jumping you know, very nicely towards the upside. So the big question is whether the phone community will just give us a little bit volatility before we continue towards the upside, or will this actually be the thing that actually kills this rally towards the upside and we have a bigger pullback towards the downside. I still don't see anything wrong with Bitcoin on the bigger time frames up here, on the weekly time frame, stuff like that. The pullback down can definitely happen, the consolidation up here can definitely happen. We right now need, you know, to become bearish again, we need to, you know, close below something like, you know, 25, or even down here be, you know, 24k levels. These levels down here, we need to close, you know, fall down and close below these levels over here to become, you know, stupidly bearish again. So it's gonna take a lot, you know, for us to become bearish. So we are not bearish, we are not like Savvy. I was watching, you know, Crypto Savvy's video yesterday, and as you know, he's been bearish since 16k. No, we're gonna go down to 10k, 7k, 3k, like crazy numbers. He refuses to admit that he's wrong. He said he wanna have open and close above the 28k. So everybody thought that, you know, it's gonna close above, you know, 28k, and he's gonna start buying, because at one point he did say that, you know, at 128 point I will become bullish. 28k I will become bullish. He's still not bullish, and even at the end of yesterday's video he said, like, it doesn't have to be that way, guys. Even if we close and open above 28k, you know, the fake out still might be in effect and we might go down. Like, that guy is never gonna change. So when we get like something like, you know, 40-50k, he's gonna be fine, like, okay guys, this is it, this is gonna go down, and then he's gonna, you know, maybe turn bullish or whatnot, and it's gonna go down eventually, and he's gonna be like, told ya. But you know, you missed, you know, 100% move towards the upside. How much did Bitcoin do right now? From the bottom towards the top, from the very bottom towards the very top up here, Bitcoin did, you know, 83% move towards the upside. Altcoins did, you know, nicely, nice moves towards the upside. Like, you're missing everything, right? And, you know, there's that. I don't want to bash, you know, Crypto Savvy too much, but by the, you know, when we do fall down over here, and if you fail to get back above the support, above the resistance line up here and start falling down over here, that might actually be a little bit, you know, bad moves. But you know, we are not there yet. Definitely not there yet. Still, funk meeting is coming. The volatility will kick in. There will be, you know, stuff that are happening on the charts. His Amazon chart is invalidated a long time ago. Now his Amazon chart is crap. Not sure which lines are more important, vertical or horizontal, but both important. No, the, you know, vertical lines, not vertical, but you know, descending, ascending lines. Those are trend lines. Very important. Depends on what kind of time frame you're looking at. Of course, the bigger the time frame, the more important the line, and that goes also for horizontal lines. Trader reality trader 8k. Do you think about the reality trader reality? The guy says that we are going to 8k. Welcome to Skull and Bones Day. I don't know what that is. Hello TL, unless you got shout out in Greg Dickerson video last night. No way, I did. I gotta check that out. Let's see if I did that. I saw that I got, you know, a couple of, you know, subs on Twitter, but I didn't. Last night. What the Fed should do. This video up here 9 hours ago.
Folks, so we have a Fed decision on Wednesday, and I like to talk to people that are smarter.
Yeah, I mentioned your tweet, replied to him about the chart upside down. Okay.
Doing great, Michael. Hang
so
on
he noticed that.
Jay Powell.
Good, he's not seen it.
There you go.
25, got it. There you go, right off the presses, 25 basis points. We were talking about it this morning, and you know. Markets finished up today across the board as investors digested the latest bank action as well as the ECB move, raising rates 50 basis points. So let's jump in and take a look at what's going on.
I'm gonna watch another time. It's nice to get recognized. Yeah, he did post a tweet about inverse chart, and it was very easy to recognize chart. But you know, I look at the inverted chart all the time, so you know there is that. How is weekly MACD line doing? Crossing to positive. Yeah, that's very important thing also to notice. But I don't think we are right now, you know, still quite there. Yeah, it is very, very close to the cross. And it looks like, you know, the MACD line. And this is the most important thing, guys. Not only that, you'll see right now that, you know, we are again building the momentum towards the upside. We went up here. It looked like it's going to curve towards the outside and just explode back towards the upside. So this zero line up here is very, very important. The zero line and this orange line. So we want this orange line to go above up here. And, you know, we want to do this. Once you're above up here, like, you know, the good times. So if we get some kind of good news on the Fed meeting today and conference, we just might explode towards the upside over here. It just might be, you know, that good of a move towards the upside. 6-month chart looking extremely bullish. Yeah, like a lot of charts. You're famous, bro. Yeah, I'm famous right now. Greg is talking about me. Nice. To know about the moons, you should also know about things like IDs of March and Skull and Bones Day. IDs of March, I checked that out, and it's you know, the day of when Caesar was killed, if I remember correctly. March date. Beware of IDs of March comes up several times. Shakespeare's play as the soothsayer shows up in front of Julius Caesar and Brutus in Shakespeare. The tragedy of Julius Caesar. March 15, the IDs, is the day that, by the most accounts, Caesar was assassinated. Can I get an autograph before you get even more famous? I'll remember you, Jurgen. You can always get my autograph. Doesn't matter, you know, how big I get. Morning, fear on grid is too high again. What do you think will happen before meeting today? Well, you kind of missed the entire thing. What's important is its astrological significance. I'm a little bit unsure about that. And Skull and Bones Day. Order 322 of the Brothers of Death is undergraduate senior. Yeah, but Skulls and Bones date. What's the release date for Skull? I don't know. But yeah, I know what Skull and Bones is. Yeah, you know, the fraternity or whatever it's called. But Skull and Bones Day, I didn't know that was a thing. So, you know, I'm not much into that though. Do you think full moon will make us dump? It's the new moon, it's not the full moon. So right now, if you look at the charts over here, guys, this is gonna be the last thing I talk about because I got that thing, you know, in that was in 40 minutes up here for all this. So we got a new moon over here right now. It's not the full moon. Full moon is pumping us. We got a full moon pumps, and a new moon dumps. So we are expecting, you know, pullback or something like that, right? But on the next full moon up here, you know, up here, give or take, I don't know when it's gonna come, you know, it's the same distance every single time up here, give or take. The full moon, you know, it might pump us big time. But if the new moon failed to dump us towards the outside, then full moon is gonna, you know, explode us towards the outside. But again, guys, last time I'm saying this today, 20th of April. We got a new moon, and also we got a eclipse on the new moon, guys. We got an eclipse on the new moon on the 20th of April. On the 20th of April, this is the date you gotta remember, guys. This is the date you gotta remember. Do you think full moon work? Okay, thanks. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. You know, that stuff I have, you know, the call I got, the stuff I have to do. So I gotta go and, you know, do stuff. But you know, everybody, thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk again next time. Maybe tomorrow. I'll try to make, you know, XRP video today because I know a lot of people want to know, will it pump more? So I'll tell you what I think about that. But I always wonder where you're from. Thanks for help. Well, you know, originally, you know, down from, you know, Balkans, but right now I live in Norway. I think there are 4 phases of each moon phase. Perhaps we need more research. No, that's too much. So what I figured out, like, not all moons are significant. Not all phases are significant. There is not, you know, some kind of some kind of pattern through everything, but very important, you know, astrological events might be very, you know, important dates. So, you know, full moons with eclipses, you know, lines lining up, super moons with eclipse, you know, and stuff like that. Super moons, micro moons, eclipses, you know, planets lining up, you know, these astrological, you know, events happening that are very, very rare. Those are the important ones. Like, you always got some kind of moon, some kind of, you know, planet at some position, you know, doing something, but, you know, that's not important. But when they are lined up on the dollar, like 22nd November 2022, or when you have a super moon or a micro moon, new moon with an eclipse like a 4th of December, you dump down big time. So important astrological events like big stuff, those are important dates. Next important date, 20th of April. Guys, I'll see you again, you know, later and, you know, tomorrow as well. Bye-bye. Where is the outro?